In the current episode of the podcast, Unlocked with Savannah Chrisley, Savannah acknowledges that she hasn't seen her parents in a long time. Todd and Julie Chrisley were found guilty of federal tax evasion and fraud in June 2022. The stars of Chrisley Knows Best were involved in a large-scale bank scam. The Chrisleys allegedly purposefully filed forged documents to get almost $30 million in illegal loans, according to the prosecution. Todd was first given a 12-year prison term, but it has since been lowered to 10 years. Julie received a 7-year sentence that was later shortened by 1 year. In an episode of her podcast, Unlocked with Savannah Chrisley, Savannah talked about how difficult it has been to visit her parents. Savannah Chrisley discusses her parents in detail. Savannah identified the one thing she missed most from her parents' prison stints as she thought back on them. Going to see mom and dad, being in a relationship, and occasionally feeling like I want something for myself have all made it really difficult, she says. We have been seeing them virtually every weekend, but it has been 3 weeks since we last saw them this past month. Savannah argues that her schedule has just been too full in her defense. She said, "That's been because it's just me and the kids traveling, holidays, school, and work. I feel a sense of shame that makes me feel as though I must see them immediately. Like, how conceited are you? I constantly struggle with the idea that my efforts are insufficient, seeing myself as the angel on the one side and the devil on the other. Fortunately, my parents are both understanding," she explains. They want the children to live happy lives, free from constant visits to a prison. However, I believe that to be an internal conflict of mine. Savannah has found it more difficult to accept her parents' imprisonment the longer they have been behind bars. I got to give them a hug when I first saw them. I was able to adore them. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy going to see my parents and going on visits. However, it is more difficult to visit the longer they stay there. Because that's the difficult part, knowing that I'm leaving them there, she explains. Things are harder during the holidays. Savannah is finding it more difficult to be apart from the people she loves the most now that the holidays are here. She says, "I found myself over Thanksgiving. I literally just had a full-on sob moment by myself. After something happened, all I wanted to do was contact my mother to discuss it and ask for guidance. When you're in a relationship, you want to do something and you just want your mother's opinion." Savannah, like any youngster, misses having her mother Julie as a confidant. "When I look at my life today, I feel like I'm kind of going through my mom's life when she first met my dad and they had 2 children. I simply want my mom's counsel because, well, my guy has kids, and there are times when that's what happens," she explains. "All I want to do is listen to her account of what happened, talk to her, let her vent, relate, and seek guidance. And improve your ability to turn up. I started crying right away, but I was unable to phone her. The more time they spend behind bars, the more I realize what I lack and how slow our system is. You just have to wait around." Do you have sympathy for the Chrisleys, or do you believe that their own downfall was due to them? Please share your thoughts in the comments area.